In the bustling city of Lagos, a young man named Dyke, who had traveled to Canada to study medicine, had now graduated and was working as a medical doctor abroad. After 10 years of living and working in Canada, he returned to Nigeria because his father insisted he come back to take over the family pharmaceutical company in Lagos. As the only son, he was expected to continue the legacy his father, Chief Chimaobi, had built over many years. Chief Chimaobi had built a thriving empire from the ground up and was ready to retire. With a legacy to protect and employees to consider, he decided it was time for Dyke to take over the reins of the company. But before announcing himself as the new CEO, Dyke wanted to see the true nature of the company's work environment. He had heard whispers of corruption, poor treatment of junior staff, and laziness among some senior managers. Determined to uncover the truth, Dyke disguised himself as a janitor. He shaved off his beard, wore oversized work clothes, and reported to work under the name Daniel. For weeks, Dyke swept floors, mopped bathrooms, and emptied trash cans. He observed how senior managers treated the janitorial staff with disdain, arrogance, and disrespect. He noticed how some managers took long breaks while junior staff worked tirelessly without complaint. Among the workers, one person stood out, Edeora. Edeora was a beautiful, soft-spoken cleaner who always wore a smile, no matter how exhausting the work was. Despite her radiant smile, Dyke could see the weight she carried. He noticed how she was often mistreated by the office supervisor, Mr. Okonkwo, a man who took pleasure in belittling his subordinates. Despite the insults and harsh treatment, Edeora remained patient and diligent, never complaining or retaliating. One evening, Dyke found Edeora sitting alone in the company's garden. She looked exhausted, her eyes red from crying. "Are you okay?" Dyke asked, genuinely concerned. Edeora shook her head. "My brother's condition is getting worse. The hospital says they won't treat him anymore without payment. I don't know what to do." Dyke's heart ached. He wanted to help her, but revealing his true identity would ruin his plan. "I'm sure things will get better," he said softly. "You're a good person, Edeora. Good things happen to good people." Dyke couldn't shake off Edeora's plight. He began paying closer attention to her and discovered more about her background. Edeora had once been a brilliant student, graduating with a degree in business administration. But when her mother fell gravely ill, she had to take on multiple jobs to support her family. Eventually, she was forced to drop her career aspirations to work as a cleaner to pay for her brother's medical bills. Despite everything, Edeora never lost her warmth and humility. Dyke admired her deeply, watching as she helped other staff members, encouraged fellow cleaners, and still managed to keep her spirits high. Meanwhile, Mr. Okonkwo's mistreatment of Edeora worsened. One day, he ordered her to clean the executive office floors, knowing she had already worked a 14-hour shift. "You're lucky to even have a job here," he sneered. "People like you are a dime a dozen." Dyke clenched his fist behind his back, his jaw tight. He wanted to confront Mr. Okonkwo but reminded himself to stay patient. The tension reached a breaking point when a major project was sabotaged. Some chemicals went missing, delaying critical drug production, and Mr. Okonkwo blamed Edeora, claiming she had been near the storage room. "But I was cleaning the executive offices," Edeora protested. "I wasn't even near the storage room. Are you calling me a liar?" Mr. Okonkwo snapped, smirking. "You're fired." Edeora's face crumpled. Tears welled up in her eyes, but she held her head high. "I did nothing wrong. I'll prove it." Dyke stepped forward. "Wait," he said. "I was with her the whole time. She was nowhere near the storage room." Mr. Okonkwo's eyes narrowed. "And who are you to defend her? You're just a janitor." Dyke smirked. "Am I?" He pulled out his phone and pressed play. The recording echoed through the office, Mr. Okonkwo's voice bragging to another manager about staging the missing chemicals to cover up his theft. Mr. Okonkwo's face turned ashen. You set me up," he roared. Dyke shook his head. "No, Mr. Okonkwo. You set yourself up." Later, Mr. Okonkwo attempted to bribe Dyke, calling him into his office and offering money to keep quiet. Unbeknownst to him, Daniel the janitor was actually the CEO's long-awaited son. Dyke pretended to agree and recorded their entire conversation. The next day, the entire staff was summoned to a meeting. Chief Chimobi, now informed of everything by Dyke, stood at the podium. "Ladies and gentlemen," he began, "today, we will make an important announcement." He gestured for Dyke to come forward. "For the past month, my son has been working here undercover as a janitor, observing our operations and how staff are treated." Gasps filled the room as Dyke stepped forward. "I've seen the good, the bad, and the very ugly. It's time to clean house." Dyke revealed all the evidence, stolen materials, falsified records, and the mistreatment of staff like Edeora. One by one, the corrupt managers were escorted out, their faces pale with fear. When it was over, Dyke turned to Edeora. "Edeora, you've shown me what it means to endure with grace and dignity. I'd like to promote you to head of the administration department, with a substantial raise and full medical benefits for your brother." Edeora's eyes filled with tears. "Thank you, Dyke. You don't know how much this means to me." Dyke smiled, his gaze warm. "Maybe you can tell me over dinner." Edeora's cheeks flushed, and she nodded. "I'd like that." As the staff cheered for Edeora and the new CEO, Dyke felt a fulfillment he had never known. Not only had he cleaned up the company, but he had also found love in the most unexpected place, in the heart of a humble, hard-working woman named Edeora.